you would
yeah, that's it now. It's done it now.
Recording in progress. So I'm sure. Okay, screen share again. So I do like a lightning speed recap. A lightning speed recap. Okay. So what I've been saying today is hello, welcome. The annual show has a tradition from 2018. And I'm flying through this because I've already said a lot of things about the annual show, and we want to welcome everyone to submit their work. For all the students at all the levels, 20th of June is the deadline, and what we're asking for is to submit 4 images, and you're going to see some examples, and also some text around what the images show. And we're going to introduce how this might look and give you some tips as well. And the winners, very sorry about my child, my child coming in, but I hope that's okay. You know that, don't you? So we're going to, this competition will allow us to make a selection, but also to announce some of the winners. So usually what we had over the years is a winner per module for the best design, and also some commendations, and an overall winner across the levels and years. Within the year across the levels. So that's quite exciting. There are going to be some vouchers handed out for the lucky winners. And I encourage everyone to submit. And I think I'm handing over to Georgie, is that right?
You are, yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Georgie Holden, and I lead the Design and Innovation qualification. So just to show you what our website looks like, this was our Louise was our overall winner last year, and this was her hero image. She had a great idea about a soap to try and encourage this. Remember, this was pandemic time, so to really encourage children to want to wash their hands. So this was the kind of text that she wrote about her idea. She also wrote a little bit about herself. Just we ask people to do that because it's really nice to have a picture and to know a little bit about you as well. And so it's not, as you can see, it's not a lot of writing. A nice image, nicely taken. And Nick, if you want to show us the next slide.
So there are a few images on that website,
yes.
As I said before, so 4 images about.
Yeah, exactly. And these were different images of different aspects of the soap packaging design that she had come up with. And then the next one. And this is really to let you know that we will make the website address available to you, so you can have a little look at what was submitted last year. But this is what it looked like, and what we'll do once we've got made the decisions and got winners for this year, the 2023 entries will replace the 2022 ones, and but it will still be possible to see all of the previous years because we have PDFs of all the catalogues that we create on the website. So your work will be there, hopefully in perpetuity on the web. So, you know, for you to be able to link to if you want to be able to let people know about your entry, and you know, just to be selected, even if you're not a winner, is a really nice thing to put on your CV. So it really encourage you to think about it. And you can see from this little snapshot of different projects, some of them are, I think the cutlery thing, that will be from T217. Our overall winner was a U101 student. There's a game there that's obviously U101 and a t-shirt design. So there are, we get entries from all of the years. So Nick, if you'd like to go to the next slide. And just to say a little bit about what makes a winning design. Firstly, just to say how we choose them. Once we've got all the entries in, we've developed a process where we put all the images on a Miro board, and we, if you can see the grey boxes with images in that are pictured here, we've grouped images from the different modules together, so we know which is so we can choose winners from each of the individual modules, and we basically get our all our colleagues in design to choose their favorites, and the kind of the criteria they're using really are communication and visual presentation, so how well your idea comes across, the originality of the idea, and the quality of the idea, because you can have an original idea but it might not be very feasible. So a few tips for you: choose your best image, and sometimes if it's a good thing to look critically at your image. If you've taken a photograph of something that you've made or drawn, and it's the lighting isn't very good and it looks a bit grey on the page or whatever, just try and retake that image if you can, just to make it the best possible image. And when you're creating your images, don't if you can put text on your image if you want to, but don't overload it, and think very hard about the kind of fonts that you're using so that it's something that's legible. Choose one of your most original ideas. So if try and be critical and think, oh, what's the best idea, what's the most original, and just make sure when you're writing about it or presenting your idea that you communicate how your idea is going to work and how feasible it is, because sometimes it's not always completely obvious from the visuals alone. Sometimes you just do need a little bit of explanation. Make your visuals as engaging as possible. Choose, a really coherent color palette, or make sure that you've got it well balanced on the page. And basically you're trying to persuade the people looking at it that this is a great idea. And remember, we're not, like any competition, you can't spend long periods looking at everything. So things that just catch the eye, really, that's going to make people look and think, actually that looks brilliant. And I've said here, be more Dragon's Den than The Apprentice. If you watch either of those programs, you'll know that in Dragon's Den they're usually fairly good at pitching an idea and getting to the nub of what it is that's great about their particular project. Whereas in The Apprentice they tend to be pretty rubbish at it, and they don't always say the most useful things. So yeah, just to say, be a bit more Dragon's Den. And we've got a whole presentation that was done last year by one of our ALs on presenting your project, and that's on YouTube. And if you'd like to go there, I'll copy the link, and I'll make sure that it's in the chat for you. And I'll also put the link to the website. Eloise has already put the link to the website, so I don't need to, but I'll put the link to this presentation because Max gives some great ideas. So that's me. I'll hand back to Nicole.
And I'm going to show you a little video, and I'm tell you in a moment why I'm going to show you that. Yeah, I think I can't see the video either. I just thought it was just me. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Let me see.
It was playing.
It was previously, exactly. So I'm wondering what.
But it was playing for me just now. I could see it.
You could see it? I couldn't.
Oh, well.
That's weird. Okay. I'm going to just share again. Maybe I share my PowerPoint and see if that works. For me, it works. Yes.
It's like it's got stuck on the first image.
It does it? Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
It worked before, promise. We tried it out and it didn't work.
Was it on? Is it on YouTube, Nick?
I'm thinking it might be on YouTube. Yeah, let me just quickly go and find the link. It's possible it's on YouTube, yes. Okay, so I'll tell you why I wanted to show you the video. This is one of the videos that are one of our volunteers, student volunteers who designed the exhibition with us and the catalogue and social media, and they've done loads of stuff. So this is I want to eat something. Not now. I'm just trying to see if I can find it quickly. No, I'll post it into the chat once I found it. I apologize. It was working before. I'll share my screen anyway again and go back to the presentation. What I did want to kind of advertise is a fantastic opportunity. We had this over the years that we invite up to 3 students to help us design the exhibition. I said that before. It's a very broad range of design work that can be done. And it's a fantastic opportunity for your portfolio if you can show that you've designed an exhibition. And this is, of course, includes the website. So there's scope for redesigning the website, how it looks and feels if you want to, with academic staff together. So we usually are quite a big team. I think last year we've been about 6 people or so, and that's really important because there's quite some work to be done. So from getting the pictures ready and the text and on the website and choosing what kind of layout and doing some technical background work as well if people would like to. So there's a huge breadth of things that could be done. And then there's the social media campaign, which is like a teaser for people to come and join us at the opening night. And this is always very lovely, very illustration-based kind of work, digital design, graphic design. So there's loads of scope for kind of showing off your skills and developing skills. And then there's the catalogue, which is quite an extensive kind of document, and also the actual annual shows. So the presentation at the night and the organization of the night. So there's a lot of scope for students to learn skills and demonstrate skills and, you know, build their portfolio. So we think, since the exhibition is going to be on the 20th of July, we're going to start at the end of June, and usually meetings to organize the work ourselves as a team and then distribute the work are in the evenings, not too many, maybe once a week. And then we have distributed time on our own to work on the different elements of the show. So social media, catalogue, website, and the opening. And there is the opportunity to either give students a consultancy contract for that, or a voucher if there's a difficulty with working for whatever reason. So there's a little bit of money to be earned as well, so to say. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't show you the video, but I will share a link to the video, because the video is showing students who've done with us, so to say, and it was a great experience, to be honest. So yeah, it's worth watching as a little teaser. And I'm going to stop sharing and open the floor for questions. I'm sure you have loads, and meanwhile I'm going to search for the video and post it in the chat.
Philippa is asking, what do you need to do to volunteer? What we'll do is we will be sending an email around to everybody asking for volunteers, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Basically, it's a question of emailing us with 100 words or so saying why you'd like to volunteer. I think that's what we normally do. Yeah, look out for the email, which will be coming round soon. Yeah.
So I found the video. If you have time later on, I'll have a quick look. It's very short. It's just showing students being creative. Yeah, that's right. It was part of the social media campaign. Usually it's more images that we do, but you know, there's scope for more. It's really up to the students who join us to think about what they would like to do, what skills they would like to learn, how to advertise or how to present the work. Yeah, it's really great, and we love working with students. So I think Cindy's done it last year, haven't you? I don't want to call you out, sorry, but it was great. So are there any other kind of questions around the annual show? Maybe the submission, is there anything you'd like to know about? Or maybe do you want to go through some more work? That's possible too. Absolutely, John. Yes, of course. It is not dependent on what you've submitted as you in the TMA or EMA. I mean, of course, it's work you've done in the module, but it's not what you've submitted. So you can improve it as much as you like. And I think that's actually highly recommended. If you know, if you've got feedback from your tutor, and you have the opportunity, a little bit time to work on it, absolutely do it. Highly recommended to do so. So Anastasia said, what types of things can we submit? Your TMA work. So we would like to see work you've done in your module this year. And any TMA you're proud of, you want to show off, you think it's great, you might have good grades in it, or you have a good idea to improve on it and you really want to show it. And think of it as, if you have a better idea of any TMA work, you might actually work towards your portfolio. That's another great chance to actually develop a piece that you can then later on also show in your portfolio for interviews or on your website if you want to design, something to show off what you can do. So there's another opportunity here. Yes, they're usually commendations. So we have a winner Philippa, we have a winner for each module and an overall winner of everything, and some commendations. So not second and third prize, but some commendations, usually for particular things, because we've often found over the years that some projects are great in one aspect, but maybe could be developed in other aspects. So that often is a commendation for a particular aspect.
Sometimes if we can't make up our minds, we do actually have a joint winner, don't we, Nick?
Yes, we had one, that's right. Yeah, because the points were exactly the same and we were discussing like, let's do a joint winner. Yes, I remember that. Not last year, was it last year or year before? I can't remember.
I think the last couple of years we have had joint winners for one or two of the modules.
Okay, John, does it need to fit on one page? Sorry, Georgia, you still wanted to say something.
I was just going to say that the entries are always so very different from each other. It's really hard to evaluate sometimes what's better than, you know. So just because you don't win doesn't mean that it isn't a fantastic idea or fantastic presentation. Just somebody does end up winning usually.
That's usually what a competition is like, right? Yeah. So John, towards your question, does it need to fit on one page? Previously we had a poster, but we don't do this anymore. So now we see it as a website, as one website. Maybe I can share back my screen. When we've let me just share my screen again. No, sorry, one sec. Oh. Yeah, can you still, so this is one page, and say you have the text and the 4 images. So there would be one hero image, one that shows the whole design, maybe has some annotation, maybe it does not, depends, and then a few other images that you can just click through, so to say, that tell a bit more about the story. So you don't have to set it up as one thing. That's what the student volunteers and the design central academics will do, and ALs as well, to set up the web page. So we use your text and your images to create your page, so to say. Does that help?
Nick, would it be helpful to share to look at, just have a little look at the website?
Let me see, I'm having so many images here. My screen is very tiny. Okay, so this was so when I click in here, sorry about. So again, you would have some you know, text to explain it, and you have other images. Here's actually just one image. Sometimes you didn't get more images. The other one is a game, as you see, and then someone who played the game and more about the game. So up to 4 images. That's what we said last time. Here as well, you could some prototyping and some more explanation, ideation. What else do we have? This is an ecometer 2317. You know, showing some of the details for this work. Yeah, you can see what it's like. We've got a few images that show different aspects. Usually, like, you know, your hero image, the best one that shows off your work in the best light, and then a few detail images, sometimes in use, sometimes with more information if the research is really crucial to what you're going to tell. It's yeah, a selection, so to say. And we're going to give you a few more tips as well in the email that's going to come out for the call for entries, what we're going to want to see. So what's the problem, you know, how you tackled it, your ideation a little bit, and then of course, you know, the proposal, and possibly how it's used if applicable. Does that help? Yeah, it's not within a Word document. So the text is a Word document, and then the images are because for the size reason, I think we're going to submit them. There are some criteria for the image pixel, the size. These are submitted. How did we submit it last year, Georgie? Do you remember? How did we? Was it by email or was it uploaded somewhere? I forgot.
It was by email.
It was by email.
To the Designer Open email, I think.
Yeah, that worked okay, didn't it?
Yeah. I think not a Word document. I don't think we accept. I think a PDF. I think we were able to accept, as I recall.
It's image, right? Yeah, but I mean, for the text, the text is fine. I mean, sometimes you can extract images from the Word document, but they're not always the best resolution, I think. So we would like to have a good enough resolution so it's not pixelated at the end. I mean, it's not too big on a website, but just so we get the best quality we can get. I think Anastasia had another. Can we submit more than one? Yes, we had submissions. I guess 2, I would say, is the maximum. Maybe we have to mention that. So if you have like 5, it's a bit overbearing. So I think we should probably limit it to two submission per student. It's possible.
Nick, do you have the link for the catalogue for 2022's ones?
Oh, no, I don't.
Because I was just looking on the website and it's not there.
I don't. That's a shame. Yeah, so when you click on past shows, you have 19, 20, 21. We actually haven't a catalogue for 2018. I'm going to upload it to the website
Okay.
over the next days. Yeah, I think it was on the front page, but I had to rearrange the front page today. So I'll do that. I'll add it onto the website as a past show, so to say, or just.
Yeah, the catalogues are a good way to kind of flick through, because you can flick through like looking at a book.
Exactly. I'm going to stop share again. Maybe let me see. Maybe if I have it somewhere handy, I could just share it with anyone. But I'm not too sure.
Sylvia, we'll open, I think, well, the submission date will be the 20th of June, I think. So we'll open, once the email goes round, you can submit fairly soon after that. It's up to you. We like to give people a bit of time, though, to if they want to work on their images or perfect them. So we were kind of expecting that most people will want to get their EMAs and their exam out the way first. But if you want to submit as soon as you get the email with the details, that's absolutely fine. Of course,
yes, you can also submit. Absolutely. Yeah,
you can do both. We just keep you out of the voting
selection process.
Obviously. Oh, that wouldn't be fun. And we try and do it kind of as anonymously as we can, so that we're not influenced. Look, I will say, in the height of the pandemic, we had one of our volunteers was in the Outer Hebrides, and another one was in the south of Spain, and there were others in various places around the United Kingdom. And it was just fabulous that we were all able to get together online and make all these decisions and make that video, which you haven't been able to see, but that was all made by us everyone individually taking their little bits of video, and then one of the volunteers splicing it all together to make the final outcome. So yeah, it's great. So wherever you are, these days it isn't any barrier to be remote, which is brilliant.
That's right.
And is it worth saying that we always
through
get
this, didn't we?
Nick, is
Sorry.
it worth saying that we get ALs on board who have
Absolutely.
got expertise in
Yeah.
developing the website and curating exhibition, and
Yes.
so that you're learning alongside other people about, you know, people who know their stuff about how to get things done, which I think is a really great opportunity.
Yes, with the central team as well as academics and students. Yeah, it's always been amazing.
Yeah, honestly, we love it. We get so much from it because every year you learn so much, and you know, and you know, at least one of our volunteers is now an intern with us. So you know, that's great. It's kind of
it's a progression.
It's a progression, exactly.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, definitely. But also just submitting an entry is a very good opportunity, because you can, you know, say you've been selected for an exhibition, you've shown publicly, it's worth something.
Yeah.
I think we've whisked through and there are no questions left.
That's fine. It's a Friday evening. Everybody wants to put their feet up and watch telly or go out or something.
I need to see if my little boy is still asking for food. He came in like, Mom, I'm hungry. Yeah.
Oh, you wicked mother. Starving your children.
Starving my children. He's mine. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you're welcome to ask any questions on the forum. If you want to, so there's a study site we use, and you can ask questions there, or on your module forum. The ALs know about the show, or or you email us at design@open.ac.uk. I just copy the email in, which reaches the central academics team. And we can answer questions. But I mean, the call will come out soon. Okay, everyone happy? Everyone excited? Do you all submit? Are you all submitting? I hope so. Please do. Yes,
Brilliant.
there you go.
Brilliant.
That's what we have. Yes, very, very good. I'm also excited. Yeah.
Excellent.
And spread the word. Spread the word on the forums as well. Please mention us. It's really difficult to communicate with students for us. So please help us get the word out. Okie dokie. So, I mean, if there's nothing else, we give you a bit of time back for the evening. If you just want to relax.
Brilliant,
Exactly,
Tara,
right.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
It is just so, there's something about just seeing your own work kind of in a kind of presented on a site or in the catalogue that just it kind of elevates it in a way, you know, and gives it the value that it deserves, which I think is brilliant. So yeah.
Okay, lovely. Yes.
Right.
I know. So we definitely look forward to seeing all your submissions, and you know, applications will be volunteer. Would be lovely to see you and work with you. Right. So wish everyone a good evening.
And a good weekend.
And a good weekend. That's right. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye. Bye.